when we established a clean core strategy in SAP, we were very aware that requires a strong shift in mindset and development practices in comparison to today. But we are also very sure that there is a long-term reward in flexibility, also in cost savings, and future innovations for our customers. SAP systems are the backbone of a lot of large organizations all over the globe, and they are providing crucial business functionalities across finance, supply chain, HR, and more and more. However, as SAP landscape grow over time, customization, third-party integrations, and complex configuration, and customer-required additional development can clutter the core SAP environment, making it harder to manage, upgrade, and innovate. And also, all that means also for customers that they're having more expensive with the system. What it means, the clear core. I will not go through all the topics because you will get the slides later on. But it means that we will use the customization which is available in the system. So keep the SAP core as close to standard as possible to make future upgrades smoother and also reduce dependencies on heavily customized code. If you need extensibilities, use SAP S/4HANA inbuilt framework for extensibility, such as in app extensions, but for more demanding extensibilities, of course, you will use SAP Business Technology Platform, known also as BTP. And also prioritize the cloud compatibility. SAP Clean Core approach aligns with cloud best practices. And with that, it's ensuring the systems are agile, adaptable, and ready for SAP's continuous innovation cycle. There are a few topics when you will follow the Clean Core strategy. The first of all is being cloud ready. So also in your company, you need to make this shift to cloud mindset, because if you are already our existing customer, there are some changes in let's say managing the system in comparison to today. The second topic is very important, especially if you are planning conversion, and I will touch this later as well. Be aware of your technical depths. Also, if your business requires extensions, check them on a regular basis that they're compliant with SAP standards. Avoid extensions where not necessary. We all know that some extensions were made based on the requirement, let's say in the spread of the moment, but later they were not used or maybe used very little. Avoid these and stay as close as possible to SAP standards. The fourth is decouple. So decouple all extensions, everything what is will impact on the clean core from the core SAP system, either using a BTP, which is perfect platform for innovation, and use standard APIs from SAP. When we are talking about clean core, what is it? It describes the system or landscape of a systems, because a lot of our customers are having more merged systems that is close to a standards as possible while running cloud compliant extensions and integrations. A lot of customers are skeptical, especially from the, let's say, the bigger ones, and they said our business is specific. I do agree with them. Every business is specific, but I dare to say that at least 90% of all processes in specific industries are standardized, and SAP achieve a big job, implementing also industry-specific processes into the system. So I can say that a lot of processes can be used as they are. So what is important here is the data control. We all know that data control is one of the key elements to keep the clean core. Inconsistent data can lead to severe consequences, either in daily business, but can also influence extensions or can influence also the interfaces. But my personal view and my personal opinion is that if you implement a strict governance model, with this strict governance model, you can cover all topics mentioned here on the slide. So the purpose of this governance model is really to establish policies and procedures for future customization or data management, and make adherence to clean core principles mandatory. To implement change request boards or architecture review board to enforce clean core guidelines. Also, what is important is to educate development teams or your internal IT teams on clean coding standards, the importance of reusability, and the need to leverage SAP standard functionalities first. And this will lead you to follow the standards here. The couple extensions from standard is something what Jürgen already mentioned, and here is one of the main topics here, uh, or main mantras to keep the clean core. We all know that almost every company needs to do some minor changes, like field extensions or basic user interface modifications. So you have a tool for that. Use in-app extensibility, which is available within S/4HANA. This is best suited for changes that will not require major alternations to core logics. So these are the changes which will not impact on your clean core strategy. But for larger, more complex changes, use side-by-side extensions hosted on SAP BTP, which will allow custom applications to interact with SAP S/4HANA without altering the core. When creating new applications on BTP, Cloud Application Programming Model is an ideal approach for efficient and scalable application development. If you need to run also some integration between third-party systems and core SAP, use standard APIs provided by SAP to integrate external applications or services rather than embedding the code directly into the SAP environment. Custom extensions do not break an upgrade, and upgrades do not break an extensions. Separate extensions will still exist by leveraging released APIs when you will run the upgrades. Otherwise, they can be jeopardized. And we all know what kind of problems we can face on our daily business with that, and how much cost that also can bring to the customers. BTP is the core for our custom development, and it offers capabilities for almost everything, for analytics, for integration, for artificial intelligence, which will become a crucial part of SAP in the future, app development. So if you really need to develop additional processes which are not available in core SAP, develop them on BTP instead of core system. What is important knowing about when we are talking about the let's say developing the extensions is compliance with SAP standard. So please, if you are forced to develop extensions, use automated testing and code validation, which is also part of S4, because automated tests can check for you if your code is compliant. It will show you the quality and also will point on potential upgrade issues. It's particularly useful in large SAP landscapes where strict governance of custom code is really, really essential. When we also, SAP is known about a modular architecture, adopt it, because the clean core model is greatly facilitated by a modular architecture where each component of SAP environment is treated as a service that can be developed, deployed, and maintained independently. And here I'm talking primarily about our line of business solutions like HCM, Ariba, or CX. Use additional tools and resources when you will approach the development, like SAP Cloud ALM for monitoring and managing extensions and integration. SAP Integrations Suite for hybrid integration across on-premise, cloud, and third-party systems if you decided to go for a hybrid model still, so that you are not still fully cloud ready, and also SAP Solution Manager for tracking compliance and enforcing custom code policies. When we are talking about clean core value proposition, why we are proposing, with that you will achieve agility. With agile approach, you will decrease time to market for new business opportunities. That means that it would be easier for you to implement new innovations delivered by SAP. And of course, with Clean Core, it would be easier for you also to embrace all the innovations. You will also reduce IT costs here, because the first and the most important is you will reducing the costs associated with S/4HANA upgrades. When we are talking about the clean core principle, the upgrade can be quicker in comparison with the system with high level of classic extensions and complex processes. We are all aware that, let's say, in the old on-prem world, every upgrade was pain in the head for every key user and for every IT department, because it requires a lot of additional testing, rerunning the processes, and that all means money for the company, and also paying the money to, let's say, external consultants which provide you with this service. The maintenance is lower, because with the clean core you will not have the need to double check if the code is still working correctly. With additional innovations, you will not break, let's say, extensions, because they will be safely put in BTP. And at the end, you can open also to new revenue streams here. Even if you are a customer, you might develop some additional app, for instance, which is very interesting for your industry, and you can also monetize them if you like. In SAP, we are talking about two deployment options here. So the greenfield implementation, when you start implementing your system from scratch. Either you are a new customer or you are our existing customer, and you decided that you will convert to S/4HANA from ECC with clean cut. In that case, it's easier to follow the clean core principle, because you will start with the blank or with a white paper. When we are talking about the brownfield conversions, it might be slightly more tricky, because we all know that we have some depth in older systems. But in that case, with usage of SAP Business Process Transformation Suite tools like Signavio or LeanIX before conversion, you can really evaluate your system, your processes, and set up the clean core roadmap. And when we are talking about clean core, not only greenfield and brownfield, but also in terms of public or private cloud, the clean core is present in public cloud, because we all know that there are very limited possibilities for extensions, except in BTP. So extensions build directly into the core system, but this is not the case on private cloud. And the clean core strategy, I believe, is even more important for private cloud customers. Regardless if you are going as a brand new implementation, or if you are going as conversion from your legacy system. There are a few points you need to consider when we are talking about the clean core strategy. What you need to do when you will start planning your transformation journey. Either you are planning to convert from ECC to S/4HANA Cloud, or you are a new prospect customer, start planning your transformation to cloud, considering the clean core as well. So when you will start discussing about deployment, also develop your clean core strategy, and as I mentioned earlier, implement the governance model, which will help you to monitor this process. With support of our business process transformation suite tools, rethink, reimagine your processes, because especially with the conversions, also the business environment is changing rapidly as technology. So this will also help you in this clean core strategy. Adopt a platform as first approach, and then of course, once you will go live, continue with your clean core journey in order to lower your IT costs